Hey everyone, welcome to the Philadelphia Premier League of Darts. I'm Kevin Aganoff alongside Danielle Sweeney. We're coming to you from the Columbia Social Club in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. First up on the stream, we have Colin Rath and Adam Gingery. Best of 14 legs. This is stage 2 of the Summer League version of Premier League. Match is about to begin. Gingery will lead off. Solid start there with a 96. Colin answers right back with a ton.
So I think this is going to kind of be expected for this matchup at least. A lot of volleying, back and forth, close numbers. I think for both of the matches we're going to see on the stream tonight, there's a lot of swing matches this week for both the men and the women. So after Colin and Adam finish up, we'll go over the matches that are still live. And then we're going to have, for the women's premier side of things, we'll have Kim Fee and Jamie Spingler battling it out.
That should be a good one, Sween. Should be
Yeah.
a good one, just like we have going on right here, right now. Colin a little slow there with a 43, but that's what I was thinking about today. I was excited to see some of the big numbers, to be in a room and watch the solid shots and just see what the vibe was about and everything. And it's a pleasure to be sitting here with you to do it tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say the vibe might be a little tiny bit more intense on the men's side since they're a little further into it than the women are. But overall, I think everybody knows it's Premier League. It's anyone's game at the end of the day. So, yeah, I think both of these matches are going to be tight ones that, give the people what they want as far as, viewership and some good games of darts.
Colin just had hit a big 125 there to leave 159. And he goes 59 to leave solid 100. Adam sits on 135. Just misses the triple. Solid third dart there. Hits the red eye. Leaves tops. Colin sitting on 100. Tops for the out. What a beautiful, beautiful visit.
We're just celebrating over here because I remember to change the camera angle. So
Great job, Sween. Colin leads off. A little wayward there with the third dart. Looks like, 81 scored.
we go. That one's a little bit hard to see from that angle, but either way, solid answer from Adam. Here we go. All over the trips. And I feel like that's one thing that can be said for. Oh, hey, Steve. What's going on, bud? Carl Edge, one of
the
our
man
sponsors,
himself.
checking in.
Such a
darts.
great voice on the mic that man is.
We have a lot of a lot of our dart players have some, hidden talents as far as broadcasting is concerned.
Big visit there by Colin. 137 up on the board, Sween. Adam will look to shake off that visit. Colin steps to the line with 2:23 left. .43 leaves 180, which, we know is not an out. Adam at 291 and counting. Ton there for Adam, leaves 191. Colin steps to the line with 180.
Tough kiss on a couple of those darts. Right back at you, Steve. Hope you guys are doing good too. Hope baseball season's treating you well.
I did see Steve and the boys were out in Cleveland, Ohio, representing, checking out the Phillies game and all. Some great pictures.
Very nice.
Steve is a great family man that he's not shy about.
Colin gave that last one a good look.
Adam steps to the line trying to steal the leg with 94.
All right, so clean that up a little bit. All right, so Colin's going to come back around to a double 10.
Adam at 52. Single 20. Single 16.
And he seals it on the third dart.
One leg apiece. Adam to throw. Game on.
Some spicy averages going on. Like to see that.
Very nice. 75, 74. Very nice.
It's like a 98 hit from this angle. Yep.
Not much room for error, Sween. Not
No.
much room for error at all.
Not at all. But I think that goes back around to what we were talking about earlier. We're going to expect like a lot of tight matches, a lot of close ones. Especially from these two guys. I know Adam didn't shoot in as many majors as Colin, if my memory serves me correctly. But I know he did show up and show out. I can't remember which one specifically. I want to say maybe the Valeto or the McGinnis, one of those. But I know overall Colin just, even on the traveling track for darts, he's been winning some big wins. There we go.
Big 140 right there by Colin. And that's right, Sween. He was fighting a little bit of health issues for a minute there with his migraines and everything. And his game tumbled a little bit. And he's back at playing at a pretty high level. And it's really nice to see because he's a great guy. And he's a great ambassador of darts, and especially for Philadelphia.
I agree. And on top of all that, not only there we go. Another round of big darts for Colin. He does a lot of traveling for the CBC too as well, which is really great. He gives back to, the dart community across the board, not just here in Philly. So big shot for Adam here.
Looks like a maximum.
I think the one might have been just a bit, just a bit outside.
Colin at 97.
See, and that's one thing that I really appreciate when we get the opportunity to watch these matches, where you'll see two not so solid darts right there. That's obviously not what you want to throw in that position, but the fact that you're just able to stop, instead of rushing that third dart and potentially making a catastrophe of that whole turn. So I think that just comes with poise and that that ability and experience. So
Looks like Colin nails it with the third dart to hit tops.
Nice shot.
Colin to the line with a 2-1 advantage.
And you just see it. I feel like the more these games go up, look, again, the averages, they're just cranking higher,
Definitely feeling the triple bed right now. For the most part.
Good movement around the board there.
Trying to maximize his opportunities for, those a little newer to the game maybe. You try to just go, move from the triple 20 if you're blocked at a 19 and then to the 18. Somebody told me before it was the Paulie Celadons. Colin to the line with 337.
It might be a ton from this angle. Yep, there we go. Our apologies again. We are at the service bar broadcasting again. So unfortunately our backs are to the board. So we're watching the same screen, same camera angle. You guys are.
We need Forkin to step up this operation a little bit. So.
I know last week it was unfortunately a Wi-Fi issue. I mean, otherwise I would say, why are they putting us in the corner, man? You know?
Nobody put Sweenbean in the corner.
So I know, speaking of Forkin, last week he and I had touched on the topic of Mr. Fisher and all of everything, really. You can't just put one thing on it. Everything he's done for Philly darts, just darts in general. And I know Kay had recently posted the sum that, you know, with the dart community had raised. So from all of us, we just wanted to say thank you to everyone that contributed. I'm, you know, sure the Fisher family appreciates it immensely. But yeah, it's so great.
It's just another example of when the community can come together and do the right thing and show their generosity and their compassion and you know a legend of darts for our area will be, you know, laid to rest tomorrow. And God bless you, Mr. Fisher, and thank you from novice players like myself to the veterans and everybody in between. We thank you for everything you've ever done to lead the way.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't have said it better myself. So while we were sending out those thank yous to everyone, Colin got a third leg. So now he's up 3-1. So again, his average still creeping, we're teetering at 80 now. Gingery is still holding strong too. So that pushing to 72. So it's really, really anyone's game. You know what I mean? Colin's just hammering big numbers, but Adam's answering. You know, he's not taking his foot off the gas yet, which is great. Big numbers. See? Spoke it into existence.
Yes, you did.
I love when that happens.
Yes,
I love when that happens.
Sometimes you just got to take a step back and appreciate what you're watching on the screen.
So Colin wasn't happy with 2 of that 3.
You can see just the focus on both their faces. They're definitely focused, competing. The motion is very fluid. When they're missing, they're not missing by much, which is a great sign of a good night.
And you know what? I hate to say it. I want to say it was recently in over at, I want to say maybe the World Cup, World Championship at darts, I want to say. And you're watching the same thing, watching 2 pros, you know, this is Premier League, you know, but you're watching them regain their composure even when they throw the same darts that we are all capable of. And it's just interesting to watch their reactiveness to that. You know what I mean? So they they just go right back at it the next dart. You know, there's not, you know, any like their body language doesn't change. Like it's still that like same tenacity, like right back at it. You know what I mean? You still have that third dart in hand. So it's kind of what you're talking about here too, like, you know, just their composure, you know, focusing on the next dart, taking that second back, you know what I mean, to get like recalibrated and shoot. You know, I mean, it's more than I can say for myself.
Except for Daryl Gurney, because he does have the pouty face. Daryl Gurney does have a little bit of a pouty face, but he is a great shooter, though. But you're right. Just, you know, the the composure, shaking it off, and it's the next three. To forget about it, go right back to the next three.
Yeah.
You can definitely learn something from following along and watching, which is coming to you live from the Columbia Social Club via East Coast Darts.
Collins all over that. So now Adam's going to have a look up here. Double 5. There we go. Sneaks that third dart in there. All right.
3-2. Colin holds the lead still.
Or can show me all the buttons to push now that we're into the sixth leg of this set.
It would have been nice if he labeled them for us, Sween. You know, like, that's the label? Oh, I got it. Oh. My apologies to Matt Forkin.
Yeah, I went by the middle numbers. All right. Thank you to the guys at East Coast Darts again. We just got a crash course in camera angles. I think I'm ready for the big leagues now.
NBC, ESPN,
ESPN, here we
whoever wants to
come.
call, yeah, I mean, give us a
Let
call.
us know.
Eggy and Sween Bean.
I'm so glad this finally came to fruition. So I don't know if hi Troy, nice to hear from you too. See, Kelly Gallagher would never say that, and that's why she's my first favorite Texan. I'm just kidding.
Go Birds. How you doing, Troy?
Now Troy is a trained professional, so to be fair, he's not wrong. But as I
Yes,
was
he has
saying,
that distinctive voice. He has that
does.
twang,
He does.
you know, so and he's definitely
Very-
knows
very
his darts.
easy. Thank you. Cool.
Nice,
doing something right, Egg.
nice compliment there from Peter. Thank you.
Hey, Resta.
Colin
so-
pounding the triple 20s again,
Yeah.
Sween. Look at this.
Yeah, so me and Eggy are super thankful for this opportunity, you know, to be streaming with you guys. You know, it's been a long time coming. You know, last year we were supposed to do the Women's Premier League Finals. So
Forkin got a little flat tire, and our dreams
Happens,
were
happens.
crushed.
they were crushed. We still came out and watched some amazing darts. That final was absolutely great. If you don't remember, Brittany and Jess were in the finals. I think it came down to a double 1 to Church.
It
to
sounds
seal it.
about right. It was very intense, big numbers flying left and right. What an amazing performance by the young O'Brien.
Yeah.
Colin's going to step to the line, needing 69 to try to get a 2-leg advantage.
Alrighty. I mean, Gingery's still looking at an out here.
The biggest one of them all, Sween. Here we go. First start. Is that in? Oh, just misses.
I think you can kind of tell at the reaction on his face.
Nice
Let's see,
effort there.
Colin.
First start,
There we
Colin
go.
Rath.
All right, Colin's back up for 2. Hey, Carl. Now talk about a man on the mic. You know, the Philly Open, that's like, I mean, I would have to say Carl's like the Harry Kellis of the Philly Open, honestly. If you're getting board calls and it's not Carl's voice, it just, I feel like, am I wrong? I mean, you've been going to the Open a lot longer than I have.
Yes. I've been going for quite a couple of years now, and yes, it's just something about hearing that. It makes it feel like real official, you know, like a great event that's ran by the local leagues in our area every January. We try to take pride in being the first big event of the calendar year, and, you know,
Yeah.
the local leagues do a phenomenal job with that. If you've never been to the Philly Open, you need to go. Just go and check it out first if that's what you need to do. But if you have any interest in darts, you should definitely make an appearance.
So we have some people chiming in on the multi-stream here, and Troy's just kind of reiterating, our sentiments. Troy's the voice of Philly darts. We have Uncle Ray Spengler checking in at the table.
Little fist bump for the Gumpster.
And yes, Colin has been murdering tops. I think there was one look this set where he left himself double 10. Yeah.
Not only the tops, just the triple. I mean, you're right. He's like powering.
And if he's
for
off,
right now.
it's like right on that corner. He kind of like slices the wire, will leave himself in. He'll hit an 81 or an 83. Same with Adam. He's hit a couple 83s, even 43s, like tight groups. You know what I mean? Colin takes a little trip around the board. So what's next on your dart travels, Eggy? I know you just got back from Myrtle for
yeah, might be
pleasure, not
making
business,
it might be
but-
making an appearance at WADA. I'm a little unsure.
Great tournament.
Yes, I definitely think I'm gonna play in the next mixed upside down event, maybe with my lovely wife in the upside down 501 in a
That
couple
would
weeks.
be awesome.
We'll see if she wants to carry me or not. I'll have to
The
see.
mixed triples one in
I believe-
September.
no, there's one. I believe it's August 12th.
Oh my
the next one
goodness.
is a 501 upside
Oh,
down
man.
501. That
Gonna
is
have
before.
to make sure
that's
me
that's
and Nooch
that's
have our
the
calendars
middleman.
cleared.
That's the cheese on the burger before the bun, girl.
So we have Colin looking at a 54 here. Look
There,
at that,
darts the
smooth on the
charm.
camera angles.
Yeah,
too.
you're on it for sure. I just can sit back and smile. This is great. Big darts, Colin now up 5-2. Hovering right around the 70. What's that say there, Sween? My blind eyes, 77.
76. Yeah, 70, pushing a 77 average.
Looks like a maximum. 180.
I'm curious at the end of the night tonight, because Kev does a phenomenal job with all the stats.
Amongst other things that he does
yeah,
phenomenal for darts.
That's the tip of the iceberg. But
Let that be known if it's not already.
I love the format that he puts out every week. Like recaps of all the games with form, everything like that. High mids hit, maximum, stuff like that. It's always cool to see, like whose darts showed up big that week. You know what I mean? Who's going to need to battle back.
Yes, Kev has brought not analytics, but like statistics to our game in our area that makes things interesting to like read and like, oh my God, look what they did like over a 9 leg average, or it makes it fun, and how you can compare people or see, and just the presentation that Kev has brought to
Presentation, yeah.
the dart scene of Philadelphia is amazing.
Thank you, Troy. Coming a pro. I don't
She's
know
carrying the
I don't know.
broadcast for sure. She's got one hand on the mic, the other one on the stream deck. I don't even know how she's supposed to drink. She has a straw, but it doesn't look long enough.
No. Multitasking. Nice starts from Adam.
Colin's going to step to the line, needing a 96. First start, single 20.
All right, left himself tops.
Solid visit there by Adam, a 95. Colin at tops, which he's been hot all night so far. Wayward with the first dart. Second dart, a little wayward.
Putting it in.
Third, a little short.
Just as we were talking about how consistent he's been at just hammering that double top.
Good old broadcaster's jinx strikes again.
know, right?
Sween.
Oh no. So Adam still has a look now.
This would be big for him right here.
It
You know,
would.
trailing 5-2.
Right? All right. Colin with the first dart out. Takes the lead 6-2. So while these gentlemen are getting set up, we'll take a real quick timeout to thank all of our sponsors for the Premier League. We have ASL Darts, Quaker City English Dart League, PSL, the Philadelphia Singles League, Old English Dart League, Wapadel, Women of Philadelphia English Dart League, Matt Refrigeration, Columbia Social Club, Kavanaugh's Rittenhouse, and M&O Dart Promotions. If you guys want any information on how you can be a sponsor, you'll see their logos going across the stream. Please reach out to Kev Wilkeson directly. Again, thank you to all you guys for promoting and sponsoring the Premier League. Without them, everyone wouldn't be able to listen to us. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, though. But we do appreciate
I think we're
sponsorship.
bringing a lot of value to our 24 viewers right now, Sween. I think
I do.
we're doing a service.
I think people like you more because last week when I broadcasted with Forkin, we only had 17. So.
Nice.
So
That's like a good 25% more than
that
him
is
already.
great. It is.
We're doing good, babe.
Let's have Kev run some stats on viewership when we're on the mic. Although I think it would be highest. If we're being completely honest, when Troy makes his check-ins.
That is true. All right, so we're 6-2.
Uncle Ray's back at the table checking in with us. Back at the set, 6-2. Colin's still hanging around that 78, almost 80 average. Adam, he's back on the up and up, getting closer back up to that 70 they started out at.
Big maximum there last visit for Adam,
Yeah,
and he's
gonna have
well in control of this leg at
Yeah.
looking at a 62 for an out. Oh, just a little high with the third dart. You know, try to go, at 15-15, look for the double 16, but just
I mean,
a little
Colin's
high.
not on and out right now. I'm not saying he's not going to hit something crazy that's going to leave him, in a prime position, but Adam's still going to get another look at this one.
84 scored by Colin. Adam at 32. First start's
There
the
we
charm.
go. First start.
That's got to feel good for Adam there, just put a little speed bump in front of Colin real quick. Make it 6 to, I believe it should be 6-3, right?
Yeah, I don't think the table down here. There we go. Now it's updated. There we go. Wait, Bowers checking in. What's going on, bud? So we have 6-3 here. Again, as expected. All of these games have been pretty tight. You know what I mean? Colin snuck that one in there. It's 140.
Colin's just hitting the triple bed with a little bit more frequency. He's at a 77.3. Adam 68.9. Just that little bit is getting Colin down the board quicker and getting a look at a little bit more outs and converting.
I totally agree. I will say, with Adam's darts though, he's, throwing those darts. They're still right there. there were a couple turns, you know, a couple steps up to the line that, you know, obviously were subpar for him personally, you know, but the same could be said for Colin. He's just finding that, you know, finding that trip more frequently. Hey, Jimmy Bell, what's going on, bud?
Our man Jimmy Bell checking in.
Soft and Grover. Hey, Grover. We got the whole gang here tonight.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. I mean, me and Eggy would probably talk to each other anyway. But it's nice to have some people listening and contributing to the convo.
Colin to the line, needing a 116. Roll wayward with the first start. Recovers to get a single 20. Single 17.
Cleans it up a
42.
little bit.
We have some dancing going on in the hall behind us. We don't get to see all the people having fun. We just get to look at each other, smile, and then look at the screen.
Yes, that's very true. We have a mirror, so we could kind of see, like, what's going in the hall that way, but...
All I can see is Colin's beard at the moment.
I can see Kim. She's still dancing. Kim's got her boogie shoes on tonight. So Kim is one of the players tonight that's... She has to come out firing, you know?
Yes,
And
she will
that's not
be
to
on the
say-
stream next against Jamie Spengler.
Yes.
Very interested to
The
see
two
that
BFFs
match.
battling it out. Yep.
66 there by Adam. Colin sitting on tops, his moneymaker. First start short.
Just a
Second
bit
dart
outside.
wide.
Oh. All right, so Colin's going to be looking at a double 5, but again, I mean, just as we talked about earlier, you know, double tops just a bit, you know, you got double 5 just a bit to the left. So Gangery looking at
Looks like he has 26 left.
38. Unless it's not updating.
Adam gets the outshot to make it 6-4. He steps to the line.
Does look like the scoreboard in the bottom right's lagging a little bit, so we do apologize for that, guys.
Big 140 to start there by Colin Rath. Adam strikes back with a 95. Another solid pun by Colin. Adam tries to switch there with the third dart to go triple 19.
You know what? And I agree with this comment down here. Adam having one of the most technically sound throws. You know whose throw it almost reminds me of a little bit, and correct me if I'm wrong. And we haven't seen much of them recently, you know, with the new kiddos and everything, but Tom Farrell's throw. Reminds me a lot of his just very consistent, purposeful. You know what I mean? And
Adam throws beautiful
Mhm.
darts. He has, if you could take the background away, he has the look of a professional shooter with his release and his
Mhm.
consistency of the release. Like, he might not always hit what he's looking for, but he has the throw for sure, Peter. Collins sitting on tops. Adam to the line with 138 left.
Right, so Adam will knock it down a little bit there.
Phenomenal camera work again, Sween.
Second dart. Thank you.
Again, NBC, ESPN, ABC, if you're hiring, we're here for you.
Let us know. The gang is all here. Thank you again for everyone for tuning in. Again, we have all of our sponsors, logos going across the boards for Premier League. Without them, none of this would be possible. So thank you to all the leagues in Philly, Kavanaugh's, Columbia Social Club, you know, Map Refrigeration, again, ton of businesses, M&O Dart Promotions, Carl Edge, our guy, without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys again. Again, we touched on it earlier. If you're just tuning in the beginning of the match, thank you again to everyone that donated towards the funeral expenses for Mr. Fisher. The community showed up and showed out once again. So, it's just great. It's great. The outpouring of love. It's honestly the least we could do, He gave so much to us here. So tomorrow will definitely be a day of remembrance. Going into this leg, Colin looking at double tops again.
I think the scoreboard's
our
lagging
scoreboard
again,
is
Sween.
again, and we're facing the opposite direction. So my apologies. We need to locate Mr. Forkin.
Looks like it's trying to update a little bit. It shows Colin at 7-4 in this best of 14. Firing a 140 there. Colm Nielsen checking in from up north says Timmy O'Brien is ducking him. What do you think of that, Sween?
Listen, you know what? I am not saying anything bad about Timmy. I cheered against him one time, and I'm still not hearing the end of it. I'm just kidding. It's all out of love. But I don't know, man. He's here at Columbia Social Club if you're looking for him. I mean, you can see him sitting sitting right behind this match going on right here. Again, I do apologize for the scoreboard error here. We are trying to get that fixed up for you guys. So it looks like Colin just took the final leg out. We'll bring you some updated stats coming up shortly.
backswing, I had to retrieve the director of the operation from the bar on the
Thank
other
you for
side
doing
of
that.
the facility.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So our little table right here, it's lagging a bit. Okay. Okay. Oh no, my job just got exponentially harder.
Well, look who just stepped by the broadcast booth to speak to Mr. Nielsen.
I don't even know who that is.
That was Timmy O'Brien responding live from the Columbia Social Club in beautiful Port Richmond, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So for right now, we're waiting for some matches to finish up. It looks like right now we still have Katrina Dolan and Jamie Spengler taking place. Right now, Jamie leads 3-1. So as I mentioned earlier, Jamie and Kim Fee are going to be our next match on the stream. So obviously we have to wait for that match to finish up before we can come back and broadcast for you guys. So we are going to be taking a little bit of a break until that match is ready to go. And then we'll be back with you guys live in about, say, like 10, 15 minutes. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Let's go to the bar.
See you guys in a little bit.
Hello, just want to welcome our viewers back. We're at the Columbia Social Club in Port Richmond, Philadelphia. Up next, we have the women's division. Best of 8 legs. We have Kim Fee versus Jamie Spingler. Live look at the hall. People warming up. We want to thank our sponsors, Cavs Rit, Quaker City English Dart League, Map Refrigeration, Carl Edge, the ASL, Wapato, we are East Coast Starts. You can see on the screen some of the matches going on. Right now, Tim O'Brien is playing Adam Gingery. Rory Goodfellow versus Brian Sweeney. We have Colin Rath and Ray Rulon getting ready to start. And we also have Mike Campagna versus Jim Newman. Ladies' side right now, we have Jess O'Brien playing Lil Ramos. And Colleen Russell versus Steph Werman. Okay, everyone, we want to welcome you back to the Columbia Social Club for the Philadelphia Premier League darts. We have the women's division matchup right now. We have Kim Fee versus Jamie Spingler. This is the second match of our stream tonight, presented by East Coast Darts. I am Kevin Aganoff, sitting next to the lovely Danielle Sweeney.
All right, and just a little recap from our first match. Colin defeated Adam Gingery. There's some other matches that are underway right now while Jamie and Kim are getting warmed up. On the women's premier side of things, we have Colleen Russell and Steph Werman, Britt Jazz and Katrina Dolan, and Lil Ramos and Jess O'Brien. Then looking at the men's side of things, we have a couple matches going on there. We have Colin is now shooting Ray Rulan. Jim Newman's taking on Mike Campagna. Timmy O'Brien is playing Adam Gingery. And Rory Goodfellow is taking on the other half of Team Sween. All close matches right now. So the girls will be getting underway shortly.
And looks like we're about to get ready with this ladies match. Happy birthday shout outs to Kathy Jasinski. Jake's mom to start. Game on.
A little bit of dead air over here. No music in the background.
58 to start by Jamie, and Kim answers with a 62.
Looks like a 65 from this angle. Yep.
Sure is.
Helping out the shooters over here. Trying to get a little bit of background music going for them. A little lull there.
Not only does she do the stream deck and commentating, she is now playing disc jockey.
DJing. Well, for those of you that really know me, know I have an issue with TouchTunes and purchasing credits. So, if you ever want to play a song and we're out, odds are I have credits. So.
I know a certain fellow from the Polonia Club that likes to touch tunes as well.
Yes.
And likes to play some music.
Which one? There's
I'm gonna go with my Polonia 5 teammate, Mr.
P5.
Big Cat
P5?
Andrew Jander.
Yes, yes. He's known for playing a song or two. Getting the P5 boys stay horny, you know. Got to keep them going, throwing some straight darts.
Best team motto in darts.
I think the only team with that motto. I mean,
we are trendsetters.
the
We
boys
try
like
to be.
to party, yeah.
Back to the action. Jamie sitting at 224.
Now, Jamie and I have been discussing. I know this stream might be brutally honest, only because I am teammates with both of these wonderful ladies. But Jamie and I have been talking about how recently her, and you know, I can kind of relate. I'm sure a lot of us dart shooters can, where you're hammering numbers into infinity. You know what I mean? Like, you can't miss a trip, even if you blindfolded yourself and it was like, just throwing them at the board. And we were talking about how doubles are especially important in a knockdown night like this too. So I know for both of these ladies, this match can determine, a first round exit, or you're hanging on to the next week, So Kim threw mid 50s, I think, her first match of the night. From what I understand, Jamie had a doozy, I think 20 something darts at a double top, at a double one, excuse me, not double top.
The good old Madhouse, everyone's favorite friend.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think it's almost like a psychological effect, because there's not a saving grace start where, like, if you hit a single 16 on a 32, you have double 8. You can bring it all the way around the horn and possibly end up at church anyway, but you have that, like, safety net. Whereas I think, like, I think that number, at least in my experience, it plays with you mentally a little bit. Like, I gotta hit it, or that's it.
For certain. That's what has the nickname the Madhouse. Yeah. Just like you were just talking about, the old saying, triples for show, doubles for dough.
Up.
Jake's mom's going to get a look at 98. Again, for those of you just tuning in, this is a best of 8 legs. Philadelphia Premier League darts. This is the women's division. We have Kim B versus Jamie Spingler.
Jamie's taking a little bit of time just to make sure out shots are right. So again, on the women's side of things, if you're just cruising around, checking out the different matches on Dart Connect, tonight that was a very good pick by Jamie, by the way, trip 17. Excuse me. A lot of these matches, same can be said for the men, knockdown weeks, since we're getting back into the swing of things, it's starting to get into the hustle and bustle of Premier League. I know the men are, a couple weeks ahead of us as far as women's Premier is concerned, but even still, the points, we were just looking at them on the other side of the bar. A lot of people tied, certain, amount of points. Jamie hits that on the first dart. Second dart, excuse me. Excuse me again.
So Jamie gets the first leg. Yes, relegation is coming, Sween. That's how this is such an incredible, just league and tournament that you just battle, and you start cutting, and then, finally until you're crowning the champions.
110%. And I mean, even the semifinals night, you know what I mean? Some tough darts there for Kim. The semifinal night is definitely one of the nights you ultimately want to get to in Premier League. But I feel like as you go more and more into the knockdown rounds, there's more. Obviously, there's more at stake, but you've already faced all the players. You know what I mean? The same people. So that's where, like, that consistency we talked about, like with during Colin and Adams' match, like, comes into play. Where, all right, week 2, night 2, you might have a stellar night, just blowing everything out of the water. But that's where, when you get deeper into those knockdown rounds, where those darts are going to show up when they have to show up. You know what I mean? So they call it Premier League for a reason. So
yes, everybody that's in the room has earned their spot to be here, and the battles are pretty intense around the room, and there's a lot of good parity, and it's just like you said, consistency. Who can get consistently just either hit the trip and or capitalize on their doubles for the most part when they can,
Yeah.
and little luck is always good too. So I mean,
Little luck helps always. So I'm finding it interesting, specifically in this leg. We have a little bit of a switcheroo here. Because typically, if I was a betting woman, I would bet that James would be throwing 19s and Kim would be throwing 20s. So it looks like we did a little switch here, but I mean, Kim is, she's right on those trip 19s every time too. So
some early adjustments, trying to get a positive flow going.
finding what works, 110%.
Kim steps to the line at 149. Little short there with the last start. 21 scored. Jamie to the line at 179. Cannot get out.
She left it even.
Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm Kevin Aganoff alongside Danielle Sweeney, and we are East Coast Starts presenting the Philadelphia Premier League. This is the women's division. We have Kim Fee versus Jamie Spengler. Kim's going to step to the line, needing 80. What do you think, Sween? Tops. Everyone's favorite.
You will see. She might have to reset herself here now. One hit. Go.
40 scored. Jamie to the line at 98.
And this is, I believe, what she had to look at to dart outwise last leg.
Your memory is probably a lot better than mine.
I don't know. That's very kind, but I don't know.
We did take a little break in between matches.
We did take a little bit of a break, so.
All of our 420 friendly fans.
So Jamie's getting recalibrated here. It looks like a 6 shot. Which, ideally, it would, she can still set herself out for a solid pick trip 20,
The triple here would be clutch.
Yep.
Looks like a single 4. Kim to the line, needing tops. Sween on the controls.
There we go.
First start. Right in the bed.
Okay, we're all tied up here. One leg apiece. And average-wise, we're, right within 5 points of each other here. Kim's looking at pushing a 52. Jamie's pushing a 47. So Jamie starts out big here with 81. 79. I lied. Close. So Forkin and I discussed last week. He unfortunately put me on the spot with my math skills. Not that I was not mentally prepared for that. I didn't have my calculator ready. And you would think sitting back here and being able to add up the numbers would be significantly easier. It's really not from the angle that we're sitting at right now. And we're looking at the same view you're looking at, where numbers might
The
not.
wire
Yeah.
area is tough. The
Yeah.
wire in the corners is quite
Mhm.
tough for our camera angle. So sometimes you think it's a trip and it's a single and vice versa. And, you know, we'll let your math error slide there. You know, everyone gets a
Oh,
pass.
no, hey, listen, I own it. Anytime I have to chalk, I forewarn people, especially if it's hand chalking.
Your outshot would have changed.
And listen, even my math's horrible when I'm shooting. So like even for the Premier League play-in, when I was shooting Philomena, I took out the wrong out. It was just bizarre. So you would think
That happens to the pros.
you would think, you know, playing math. Ironically enough, when I first started shooting, my parents were like, "Wait, you're playing a competitive sport that involves significant amount of math?" I was like, "How hard can it be?" Well, setting yourself up for some of those outs, you got to be quick with it. You know what I mean?
Very true, Sween. Very true. Back to the action. Jamie was sitting at 226. Not the greatest visit right there. And Kim's at 349. I tend to think I'm kind of a math wizard, especially when I'm playing Saturday nights, like versus my wife when I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
And I have to do mine and her math all night
Yes,
long.
That's always when the best math is done.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Shannon.
And the Dart Shack. For those of you that don't know, Eggy has the sickest basement setup ever. Pretty rad. A lot of Philly Dart memorabilia is housed there also in good hands. Philly sports memorabilia. Go Phils, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Hopefully the Sixers can get it together.
That's a whole nother
The Flyers, I believe in Danny. Like
discussion.
just hoping for the best,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. Thank God football season is coming.
Yes.
Although it brings an end to the summer, which I kind of like the summer, you know, but I do love football.
Yeah. I think my favorite is like the beginning of football season when, like last year, I feel like Philadelphia was in disarray from the end of September until mid-February. Like just
Well, we
between
had
the
Red
Phillies
October and the Eagles
Yeah.
was kicking everybody's
Yeah,
ass.
but
So,
that fall season was great last year.
yep.
I believe the Phillies can do it again. I didn't see the outcome in the bottom of the ninth. Hopefully they came back. They were down 3-2. So Jamie's trying to leave herself a checkout here. She's got a little bit of time to work though. That's
And
not
she
to
has a slight
say.
cushion, couple points.
Listen, I know firsthand when I shot Kim for the Premier League play-in, she threw up a couple maximums, you know, like so. And Kelly Gallagher, Troy, and myself and Forkin last week were having, not to say Jamie's not or any of the women aren't, but we were touching on the topic of Kim being a very underrated player. And the same could be said for Jamie. Jamie's having a comeback year this year. She shot in 3 out of the 4 majors. Obviously did what she needed to do to get done to get here. So that's why I think a lot of these matches are, you know, so tight, because Forkin and I also talked about how each of the majors this year in women's darts were won by different shooters. So a lot of the playing field was pretty spread out, which adds for solid competition.
Yep. Agreed. Jamie left herself tops. Kim still weighs out at 268.
Chipping away.
Jake's mom to the line, needing tops. Double 10.
Just a bit inside.
Yeah. Right there. She'll leave herself 10.
Double 5.
Kim a little frustrated there with her first two. Gathers
Yeah.
herself. It's a solid 20. You know, she's shown a lot of composure and can tell she's into it and wants it as does Jamie. Double two.
Oh, and she
And
got
she
it.
hits it with the third dart to take the lead 2-1. Jamie Spengler.
Nice shot.
As you were talking, this is teammates of yours. You know, some Polonia pride right here.
They are
Facing
P1
off.
Pride. Yep. Yeah, they're really fun to shoot with. Friends on and off the board, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah, good people.
all around great camaraderie. The same way, like, you know, everyone shows up and shows out. Phil's won. There we go.
Tom
Love to
Boyce
hear
with the
it.
breaking news.
Thank you,
The
Tommy.
Fightin' Phils pulled it off.
I love that.
Unless you're like CNN and you're fake news. I hope not, boys.
Oh no, we might have to fact check the Phillies final, but I'm gonna believe Tommy on this one because the Phils just had a comeback Sunday night, went in extra innings, right? Ended up pulling that one out. And I mean, to be fair, the Orioles have the second best record in the MLB currently.
To be fair.
This is our ESPN plug, you know. Again, if ESPN,
ABC, NBC, you know,
anyone's
we're
hiring,
available.
Yeah. MMR, the Fanatic, you know, we'll take what we can get. So we're in leg 4 here. Jamie holds 1 over Kim. Again, this is a best of 8, so we can win, tie, or lose. And again, this is no fake news on PPL tonight. I like to hear that. But yeah, this is a really big night for a lot of the men and women shooting. There we go, Jamie, some big darts.
140 there from Jake's mom. Huge darts. Kim looking to respond. Solid visit there, 57. Jamie to the line at 255.
All right, little wonky go there for James. As Kelly Gallagher would say in Chicagoland, they call that breakfast.
Breakfast, huh?
Yep. Last week we had a really nice conversation on the stream about Bob Ross. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
I'm a fan of
I was
Mr.
talking about that
Mr.
triple, you know,
Ross.
when you pick that triple 18 or that triple 12 on 501, it's a happy accident. No mistakes, just happy accidents. And Troy informed us that Bob was also an Air Force veteran.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Interesting tidbit to
Happy
know.
Trees was an Air Force veteran.
Happy trees
Yeah.
in our happy little world.
Yeah. So not only is this stream very dart centric, but it's also very educational, apparently.
It's just
Not when it
learn
comes
something.
to math, but
Learn something new every day here on East Coast Darts.
yes.
Again, I'm Kevin Eganoff, sitting alongside Danielle Sweeney. We are in the Columbia Social Club, Port Richmond, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia Premier League of Darts. We're looking at the women's division. We have Kim Fee versus Jamie Spengler. Jamie Spengler currently up 2-1. This is the second and final match of our stream tonight, following a pretty good match between Adam Gingery and Colin Rath earlier. Colin taking it 8-4. A lot of big numbers, solid
A
darts.
lot of big numbers. Great
Very
averages.
competitive.
Yeah.
8-4 doesn't totally tell the story, but Colin played strong.
Yeah.
So that was a good warm up leading into this match with the ladies.
So Jamie's looking at a 65 out here. Kim left herself a 120. So let's see what Jamie does with this one. All right, she's gonna go.
Chooses to go 15. Single 19. $49 scored, so she leaves herself 16 left. Kim sitting at 120.
120.
Looking for Shanghai. Oh, just high with the
Just a
third
little bit
dart.
Too high. All right.
Pinches
Jamie
it with the
snuck that
third
one in
dart.
there.
Jamie's going to take a 3-1 lead.
So while they're getting set up for the next leg, on behalf of Mr. Eganoff, myself, and East Coast Darts, want to make sure that we're thanking all of our sponsors for the Premier League, Philadelphia Premier League, both men's and women's. Some of our sponsors include ASL Darts, Quaker City English Dart League, Philadelphia Singles League, PSL, Old English Dart League, Wapadell, the women's Philadelphia English Dart League, Map Refrigeration, Columbia Social Club, Kavanaugh's Rittenhouse, on behalf of Paul Kuhn and M&O Dart Promotions. And Carl Edge. Carl Edge as well. He was a big one. He was on the stream a little bit earlier, saying hello to everyone. So we're just getting underway here, this fifth leg. Oh, big darts from Kim Fee. Oh, that looked a lot spicier from this angle. I thought that was a 95.
Sure looked like
Goodness
it from here,
gracious.
There's a strong visit by Jamie, solid 70. Kim fires right back what looks like a big ton.
There we go. Tie ball game.
315 apiece going down.
Shakes Jamie a little bit.
Kim trying to, push back a little bit right here,
Yeah. Good jump right there. Fires back with a 68, looks like. There we go. Jamie with a 41. Now, Kim, throughout her two matches this evening, she was holding steady at around low 50, mid 50 average. So she's tapered off a little bit. Looking at maybe an 8-point drop. Where Jamie's picked it up a little bit. But again, talking with Jamie in between the break, I think a lot of her average could be attributed to those just blank rounds on outs and going for tops, and I have been in that boat where it just completely tanks a solid average game. So
Jamie hits with a 41. Kim to the line requiring 132. Live look around the room. We still have Brittany Jasinski versus Katrina Dolan. And Colin Rath versus Ray Rulon.
77 hit there.
Nice visit there by Kim.
79.
Jamie sitting at 172, cannot get out, so Kim will definitely get maybe 6. I mean, they do have me listening to, it sounds like country right now, which I'm not the most
It is.
biggest fan of.
I have some other stuff coming up. I have some Bob Seger and Space Hog.
I was hoping for maybe like a little One Direction or
I mean, I can make that happen. I have the credits available.
just kidding. I hope somebody would unplug the radio at that point in time.
So here we go. Jamie's hoping to knock it down, set herself up for something good.
Kim will get a look at tops.
And this would be a big leg for Kim. She's able to swoop in there, you know, stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yep. Jamie composes herself, trying to get her math straight. Again, just something real quick to touch on, Sween, that you spoke about earlier. We would thank again everyone who contributed to Mr. Fisher's fund.
Yes.
Mr. Fisher passed away last week. Philadelphia legend. Funeral is tomorrow. And
Right,
we
Kim
just
was
want to
just a
send out
bit-
our condolences to the family. And you'll never be forgotten in this city, Mr. Fisher.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Jamie to the line needed 90. Single 4. Jamie
86
steps
left.
back. I'm thinking she was going trip 18 there. A little high. Looks like 7. Strong darts there by Jake's mom.
So Jake's aunt is going to be looking at double 10. And she hits it the
First
first
start right in the bed.
First
Sweet.
start.
Nice and straight. And there's that little bit of positivity there for Kim.
Yeah.
Gets it to 3-2.
It's like we said, these matches can result in a tie. So we could have a 4-4 split tonight.
I would not be shocked if that was
We
the
could.
outcome.
We could have a
And
5-3
just because
outcome.
they're
We
pretty
could have a
even.
Yeah. I really think this can kind of go any which way. Jamie, it looks like she opens up big there. Our scoreboard's catching up a little bit. Kim answers back with some big darts too.
Solid ton.
So for those of you that may not have been tuned in for the men's Premier League match earlier, our little scoreboard down the right seems to be lagging a little bit. So hopefully that'll catch up. It looks like it just recalibrated now. Yeah, it looks like it's catching up here. Big darts from Kim.
Kim's starting to catch that triple bet a little more
Mhm.
often.
Looks like Jamie hit a 33 from this angle. 41.
Big third dart looks like
Yep.
an interp 20 then. There
Yep.
again. Kim's starting to warm up a little bit here. Kim steps to the line, needing a 156 checkout. A little wayward with the third dart, 45 scored. Jamie to the line, needing 141. Again, we are East Coast Starts. I am Kevin Eganoff alongside the beautiful Danielle Sweeney coming to you live from Columbia Social Club, Port Richmond, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Kim steps to the line at 111.
Uncle Ray is back. He needs his readers on. Correctamundo. It's a very tight match. We're looking at 47 averages apiece. Even the averages are solid.
Jamie's husband has just stopped by the broadcast booth, rooting on his wife. She's at 115, looking for a checkout to go up 4-2.
I don't know necessarily. He might be rooting on Kim.
That is true.
never know.
That is true. Or he could be rooting us on, Sween. You never
Good.
know.
I think that's why he's here. I think he's rooting us on.
Look, I am rooting here. The commentators 100%.
That
Thank you,
is the
Ray.
goal.
Thank you, Ray.
Unfortunately, I will live with both of these two spectators, or these two participants, as we are spectators.
I know everything about this is the red wave, the commentators, the shooters, but get the fuck out of my booth.
Wow, I didn't know we were allowed to say that in tonight's presentation. And Forkin has just thrown Gump out of the broadcast booth.
Justin Wood has also entered the chat. What's up, bud?
Jay Wood.
So for those of you that are just tuning in, Jay Wood and others, this is our second stream match of the night, and Jamie Spingler's taking on Kim Fee. We're currently in the sixth leg of the set, the match, and it's been pretty par for the course as expected. It's supposed, I was expecting this to be a tight match between the two of them.
Numbers are now really tight. They're both sitting at a 47 average, and that's they're both sitting on a 2-dart out.
Yep.
Kim hits it and it's tied. Jamie hits it and she pushes ahead to a 4-2 advantage.
It looks like Jamie hit a 15, which would leave her double 11, 22.
First dart inside, 11 left, and she'll bust. Kim steps to the line, requiring 54 to get the match even.
54.
Beautiful first start. Ooh, wayward with the second. She's got 38 left.
Just a bit outside.
Jamie survives that first attempt by Kim. She
Alright.
steps to the line, requiring 37 to get out and take a 2-leg lead. First dart right in there for 5. She needs double 16.
Ooh,
Third dart, a little bit high, leaves 24.
right inside the 8.
Kim back to the line, requiring 38 to tie the match up. Oh, second dart just misses. 19 left. She hits a single 3 to leave 16, Sween. They're going back and forth. It's
They are, and Jamie's looking at double 12 now.
Jamie just misses on the third dart. Kim will get another look to tie up this match. First dart, Kim Fee, and we're tied 3-3. Jamie Spingler to throw. Game on.
2 matches left. 2 legs. Can either be a 5-3 night, a 4-4 night. So we just got word also for this match in particular, the winner, this is a deciding match. The winner moves on from here. So,
The stakes have been raised.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. There's 2 legs left. All right, back to the action. We have Kim to the line at 433. Jamie sitting on 420. Some people's favorite number. I know it's mine.
I mean, I'm not impartial to the 20, but 19 is definitely more my wheelhouse, for sure. I think that's why the upside down shoots are a favorite of mine, because the 20 is where the 3 is. Lot of high mids,
Little high there with the third dart.
just a bit outside. There you go,
Big
Jane.
third dart there by Jamie.
Yeah.
Nice visit. 97. Jamie looking to reassert herself. Big answer right there by Kim. Solid 85. So being informed that the ramifications are winner moves on, and if it's a tie, Mrs. Spingler would move on,
Ooh.
and Kim would face relegation. So we are bringing to you an intense, epic match
Yeah.
for this night's Women's Premier League.
And Jamie seems to be honing in on the 19s.
Big third dart there by Kim to hit an 81. Putting some pressure on Jamie to the line at 154, Sween. Kim to the line needing 140.
Solid 60, it looks like.
Jamie needing 126 to take a 4-3 advantage. Big triple 20. Single 15. Leaves 51. And a beautiful 19 to leave 32. The pressure's on here now. Kim needs 80. Big visit there by Jamie.
Big darts.
Kim's a little wayward with the first dart in the 555. Tries to correct it. Looks like a 2, Sween. She
Yeah,
is
from
not going
this
to be able to
angle,
get
yeah.
out.
Jamie-
Jake's mom will step to the line, requiring double 16. Single 7 leaves 25. I prefer 17 double 4 here, Sween.
I think she might go for that. Yep.
I was taught that by a former Premier League player who was just in this year's event. Mr. Chris Friel taught me the 17 double 4. Learned to like it, Eggy, and I've learned to like it.
So Jamie leaves herself with a 13.
Kim at 57, single 17, looking for tops. Great camera work, Sween. Little
Thank
high
you, thank
second
you.
dart. Oh, a little high with the third dart, so
All right, we'll see if
Jamie
can
back to the
clean
line
this up.
again. Needing 13. Tough first start there. She hits the triple to bust. Kim to the line, needed tops to take the lead for the first time in this match, I believe. Kim Fee tops for the lead. Oh, what a beautiful mark with the first dart. Single 20 needs double 10. Oh, just misses.
Just inside.
10 left, Sween. What's Jamie going to do here? 13.
This leg's coming down to the wire.
Single 5 leaves double 4 for the lead in the match. Second dart, Jamie Spingler takes it out to have a 4-3 advantage. I think that would basically clinch for her, right? Because if she drops the next leg, that's the tie, and that would go to Jamie. So I think it's all academic right now, if I'm understanding what I was told earlier by our producer, Matt Forkin.
I believe so. I feel like the only difference it may possibly make, though, long-term standings-wise, a tie and a win are a different amount of points.
Makes sense.
So again, I'm not sure. That may save her from the chopping block, but I don't know where that puts her in the
Not
mix, so to
only do you
speak.
bring beauty, but brains to the broadcast.
Sometimes.
What a sidekick you are, Sween. It's been my pleasure to sit across from you tonight during this broadcast that I was
Likewise, it's been a
looking
long time
forward to
coming.
for quite some time. I had a big smile on my face all day
Yeah.
at our 9-to-5 jobs, and
Yes.
it's been my pleasure to sit across from you, my friend, and be in a room. It's been a pleasure to be in a room for the Premier League. Everyone knows I'm an avid shooter myself, and this is something that just I can't find the proper words right now. Just something that matters to me, and I love being a part of. I just love being a part of the Philadelphia dart scene, and to be able to sit here and comment on this, and be on the stream for East Coast Darts, and it's just been my pleasure.
Some big darts here from Kim to stay alive this match, this leg. So again, as we mentioned earlier, this specific match is a do or die match. Again, this week will be the first week of knockdowns for the Women's Premier League. The The men's, I think there's still some matches going on the side of things.
On the men's side, right now we have Rory Goodfellow versus Jim Newman. And
And to my understanding, that match also holds a lot of bearing on the men's side of things. So
Kim steps to the line at 244. Kim has actually creeped up a few percentage points average-wise ahead of Jamie, but Jamie currently holds the 4-3 advantage.
yeah, she turned up the heat a little bit these past couple legs. Put the pressure on. She was down a 3-1 deficit. Kind of cut the bleeding there. Came back.
We don't want to forget, our guy Matt Forkin just brought the man Kev Wilkeson a drink.
Yes.
The man behind the camera, just like Matt is, that work ridiculously hard to bring something like this to the people, and we just hope that you enjoy it, and we're going to continue trying to bring you quality presentation along with quality darts.
110%.
Really fun.
Premier League Finals will be August 5th,
3 o'clock here.
3 o'clock in this beautiful hall, the Columbia Social Club in Port Richmond, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Again, for East Coast Darts, I'm Kevin Eganoff alongside Danielle Sweeney. Kim Fee steps to the line requiring 82 to try to get a draw.
I'm not going to do it.
Great, so Kim knocks that down a little bit. Jamie's looking at a 164 right now. Ton right now would even out that playing field.
Single 5, single 3, and a trip 5. So 23 scored. Not much damage done there. Kim steps to the line requiring 64. Like me personally, I love this out as single 16, double 16. Looks like a single first dart. Can't tell that. Looks like a double 8 or an 8 swing.
There we
Oh.
go.
Third dart's the charm.
Looks like this match was split. 4-4 split. So you heard it here first, folks. Jamie Spingler will be advancing in the Women's Premier League. Let's see what we have going on.
Well played match by both
Very
ladies.
well played match. The only match we still have going on here still on the men's side is, as Mr. Eganoff mentioned, Jim Newman versus Rory Goodfellow. Jim is currently up 3-0. Again, as we talked about.
Because Newman needed at least 2 legs to hold a tiebreaker angry. He's up 3-0. Your top 4 is Timmy O'Brien, Rory Goodfellow, Mike Camp.
Okay, so don't know if you could hear Mr. Forkin in the background. So it looks like our top 4 here is Timmy O'Brien, Mike Campagna, Jim Newman, and Rory Goodfellow. So those are going to be your top 4 in the Men's Premier League. Women's wise, I know unfortunately Kim Fee, I don't believe made it through, and nor did Stephanie Werman. So those are going to be our first 2. Unfortunately exiting from the Women's Premier League, but nonetheless, it's still a phenomenal accomplishment to make it to Premier League in the first place.
And we will definitely have more quality darts to come next week.
Yes. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to everyone that donated to the Ray Fisher Memorial Fund. And East Coast Darts will be back with more dart action next Tuesday here at Columbia Social Club. I'm Danielle Sweeney with Mr. Kevin Eggenoff. Have a great night and great darts.